What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video on energy. Today we are going to be talking about time of use pricing with utility companies. In my last video I explained the tier system. Today we're going to be talking about time of use. This might also be called time of day where you're from, peak pricing. There's a whole bunch of different names that utility companies give to this program, but it's the same thing, okay? So tier pricing, where they are charging you based on the amount of power that you use and when to give you your premium based on allowances. Time of use works on what time of the day that you're using your power on when you get charged your premium, okay? So, how does it work? I'm going to use PG&E as an example because that's the utility that I am most familiar with, but the concept is going to be the same across all utility companies in the United States. So let's talk about it, okay? For PG&E, there are two time of use billing options that you can get on. One is Plan A and one is Plan B. They're pretty much identical, but they vary a little bit by the hour of the day that they kick in, okay? So with time of use in PG&E, Monday through Friday, excluding certain holidays, you have your off-peak hours, which is your cheaper rate, and your on-peak hours, which are your more expensive premium rate, okay? So with PG&E, if you're on Plan A, these hours are Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you're on Plan B, it's Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay? So, in your off-peak hours, you are billed at a rate of 31 cents per kilowatt hour, which is pretty expensive. That is assuming that you're using your power outside of those two plans I just told you, between 3 and 9 p.m. roughly. But when you start to use your power during these peak pricing hours, that 31 cents suddenly jumps up to 38 cents, which is a 7-cent increase, which is quite a bit. So let's say you're getting home from work, you decide that you're going to do some laundry and run the AC. Every kilowatt hour you're using between the hours of 3 to 8 or 4 to 9 is going to cost you 38 cents per kilowatt hour. So let me compare this to a light bulb. It's the same kind of comparison I made in my tier video. If you have one 40-watt incandescent bulb left on for 1 hour, that is going to consume 1 kilowatt hour. In the off-peak rates with PG&E, that light bulb turned on for 1 hour is going to cost you 31 cents, okay? If you turn on that same light bulb and run it for the same amount of time, but you decided to switch it on during the peak pricing, that same light bulb run for the same amount of time is going to cost you 38 cents, okay? So why is this important to understand? Well, let's think about the typical American, the typical working American, okay? Most of us who have a 40-hour work week, we wake up at 6 a.m., we go to work, we clock in at 7 or 8 o'clock, and then we get off work at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. And then we drive home and we start doing whatever it is we want to do, cooking dinner, watching TV, doing chores, whatever, okay? Basically, you're coming home and you're going to start using electricity, all right? So it really kind of sucks for your typical working homeowner to come home and, the moment you start using power, you're getting charged this premium rate. and there's nothing you can really do about it if you're on the time of use system. And time of use is becoming mandatory for certain utilities. It just became mandatory for SMUD, which is here in Sacramento. It's becoming mandatory for PG&E at the end of this year. They started rolling it out in 2018. They're going to finish up by the end of this year. This is going to disproportionately affect people who work a traditional 9 to 5. And it's important to understand this because, maybe a couple years ago you were paying $120, $150 a month for electricity, and then your utility moved you over to time of use, and now you're paying $200+ a month for electricity, and you haven't changed your habits at all. You just got thrown into another system. So what can you do to avoid time of use? Well, that's what I specialize in. I've been an energy consultant for about 3 years now. I've helped over 100 homeowners save thousands of dollars on their electric bills, and most of the time it doesn't cost them anything out of pocket. So if you're interested in how you can get out of time of use and stop paying your utility to rent your power, go ahead and click the link in the description below. I've got a form that you can fill out and schedule a free 10-minute consultation with me. We can get you on the path to start saving you some extra bucks and improving your quality of life. That's all for now. See you in the next one.